Hi, everybody. How's it going? This is Anthony Trujillo, currently Interim Executive Director for the Pre-Collegiate Support and Success Center, along with,
Everyone. My name is Andy Diamond. I'm an Academic Services Program Director with UCCS Pre-Collegiate, and we're so happy to have you joining us today.
yeah. We realize there's been a lot of changes as we've been moving forward, especially with our summer program having to shift to remote. We wanted to do this short video with you all so that we can clarify some questions that have come up and also kind of go over some of the things and changes for summer. So we'll go ahead and get started real quick. So a little bit of an overview for the 2020 Remote Summer Academic Institute. All workshops will be remote, so we will not be on campus. Currently, our staff are all working remotely from their homes, which has been fun, right, Andy?
It's been a learning experience for all.
And so just to let everybody know, I know there's a little bit of confusion as to whether or not we're going to be starting off remotely, then going back to campus in the middle of the program, those types of things. But for the entirety of the summer program, we will be remote learning from there. And then as far as the cost for this year's program, there is no cost to students or families or school districts. And then another piece that has changed is we realize there have been a lot of changes going on, a lot of things happening with families, a lot of things happening in our own personal lives. And so we wanted to make sure that the SAI 2020 is completely optional for students and that they don't have to worry about doing the summer programming or being penalized or being bad standing with the program moving forward. So the summer program is completely optional and it is free at no cost to you all. And then the last thing is we are not offering 4 credit opportunities this summer. The reason being is many of our students have had quite a few access issues moving forward, and so we really wanted to make sure that we were allowing students the opportunity to not miss out on those opportunities, I should say. And so the potential is, and our thoughts are, depending on how things go, is allowing students to make up those credit hours at a later date. And so we'll have more information, especially as the fall and the spring approach, and what we'll be able to do next. Okay, so next, Andy.
Sure. So because we're not offering credit-bearing courses, what we are going to offer this year is a series of non-credit workshops. And what's really neat about these offerings is that we have been able to replicate some of the pieces that we do on campus, and some of them they're just entirely new, which I think is nice because we have a lot more freedom with our non-credit workshops. So we get the opportunity to really think through what do our students need and how can we best meet those needs. So again, this year, this is going to look a little different. There are going to be 4 different workshops that we are offering that will be set up within UCCS as non-credit workshops, which means that they will also be able to be documented on a non-credit learning transcript. What this is really neat for is that students have an opportunity to show something that they've done that goes beyond the traditional classroom. And the other neat part about this is it's something that you could show potentially to in a future college application or potentially to a future employer to show you are doing things outside of the regular school classroom and school year to really improve your skills and improve your knowledge. The other nice part about this that we think is a particularly good fit for this summer is that these non-credit workshops will not have any impact, whether positive or negative, on student GPA. So while we encourage students to participate, there is a really low risk that if things for whatever reason don't go well, maybe you run into issues with technology, that it's not going to have any kind of negative impact on students, but it's really an opportunity to show what you can do in a different way. So we're excited about this new offering.
Yeah.
So please sign up,
Hey.
Mr. T.
I'm glad you've asked. So one thing that we wanted to just send out a reminder that the sign up will close on May 22nd. Now there is another process, especially since we are doing the non-credit transcript for students, that will have to be put into place. And the reason why we have to do so much, and I know many of you are thinking, well, I've already signed a workshop. Why do I have to do a registration? The reason being is the workshops themselves that are set up for the non-credit transcripts are actually entered into the UCCS system. And so you will be able to request them on your UCCS transcript, which is pretty neat. So again, as Andy mentioned, you can take those to your future employer, use them for scholarships, use them for college applications, all of that good stuff. Okay. So with that being said, there is going to be a registration process that we will be getting out more information here the week of June 1st. And what this will allow is it will actually give you your UCCS student account number and student ID. So for those of you who have taken classes with us before in the past, be it at a previous summer or during our dual enrollment courses during the spring and the fall, you will still have to do this short registration process. Okay. So it will give you your UCCS student account and ID. It will also give you access to the Canvas shell, which is the primary learning management system that we're going to be using this summer. So you'll have access to that. And then in turn, that will give you access to the facilitators that will be assisting with these workshops. So this is not required if you are only planning on doing the TC roundtables or the virtual college search, or the, and I know it's not listed on here, but or the UCCS college application. Okay, so for the rising seniors. So keep that in mind. So more information to come as we get closer to June 1st. Okay, Andy, did you have anything that you wanted to add to that one?
Um, I think the only piece I would add is if you go to the previous slide, we list the 4 non-credit workshops. So here you see our Rising 10th grade, our Pre-Collegiate Exploration and Future Visions workshop, our Rising 11th grade workshop, test prep jumpstart and skill building, and then Rising 12th grade scholarship writing workshop, in addition to our engineering exploration workshop for Rising 10th and 11th graders. So those are the only 4 non-credit bearing workshops where you would need to do that extra registration process. And again, the reason for that is to create your UCCS student account so that you have access to UCCS things like email and Canvas, which is the main platform that we're going to use to deliver our workshops this summer. I think those are my only additions, Mr. T.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so with this video, we have kind of a brief description of everything that was on the forms that you all signed up for. We're going to be posting that along with this video, along with the PowerPoint, so you'll have access to all of this. So within the PowerPoint, there is a link that you could click on, and it will take you directly to those descriptions, which has the description of the workshop, as well as the dates and the times that they are going to be offered. So that's going to be really important that you make note of the workshops that you registered for. We also will be sending out directly to students which workshops they've registered for, and the times and dates as a reminder. So, you'll get it in multiple places, but again, be mindful. It's really hard to forget sometimes, especially since we have about a month before everything really gets started. So make sure you make note of that information as you're moving forward. Anything else on that, Ms. Diamond?
I think that students should go ahead and click the link to see the offerings to refresh your memories if that's helpful. But as Mr. T mentioned, that we are going to be sending a confirmation email to students the week of June 1st that lays out which workshops you signed up for. But again, just for quick reference, you can see the list, the workshop offerings at the link below. But I think that's it. So we just want to make sure that you can find all the information you need, and you'll get it in multiple places.
Great. Okay, so I hope that this has been helpful and that it has answered a lot of questions that students may have. As far as updates for the fall semester, we're still waiting to hear back what fall semester is going to look like. So stay posted for updates. We'll make sure to send those out via email or anything like that. If you have any other questions that we did not cover for any reason for this short video, feel free to email us and or visit our website. And so the links are there. And when you click on that email us link, it'll actually come up with the subject line already in there so that it classifies it as an SAI question, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Ms. Diamond, anything you want to add?
Nothing else. We're excited about these remote offerings for you all. We know it's a new format, but we think there's some really exciting possibilities there. So we look forward to seeing you joining us in the month of June. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to email us. It's the best way to get a hold of us right now since we're all working remotely. But if you do have questions, we will get answers for you, and we're also happy to set up times for individual conversations if you have more specific questions. So just be sure to send us an email if you have questions. And we look forward to seeing you in June.
Yeah, we're excited. So, all right. Thank you, everybody.